Da 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 da. So, in the last episode, we stopped. Well, after gaining some better skills. So, we did some missions and raised all of this guy's skills. And I even think we created a bit of potions and stuff. Let me see here. We also upgraded some weapons, and yeah, see here, 8 treatment for fatigue, we have for frost, and we have one for anemia. Anemia. So, well, reach Whitechapel, that's what we're going to do. Okay, but now we can just jump out here from here. Because this is the way to Whitechapel. The place where everything is crap, basically. This isn't a nice place, but before we go there, we're going to do one little thing, because there are some persons that they are actually watching. You know that crazy chick we did talk to in the last episode? The one that thinks she is a vampire? Well, she basically has, there is people that are watching her, so we have to do something about that. But before we do, I need to remember that I remember everything. And there we got some good stuff, we got some coins, we got a watch. So, we need to get some blood. And he died. So, it's always important to get your blood up. It's very important. Let's see here if there should be, if they dropped anything. It's kind of, yeah. And there should be some more stuff inside here. Something here. Yeah. 25th October from Guard of Priven Command Post to East End Patrols. Object Vampire Activity Hospital Survey Investigate. 3 days ago, one of our new recruits heard a rumor about the presence of a female vampire hiding in the Pembroke Hospital. All we have is her first name, Thelma. Your mission is to discreetly go there and observe any suspicious activity concerning said Leech. Then report directly back to us and we will decide what action should be taken. So, they believe that she's a vampire. And, well, we all know that she's not a vampire, she's just crazy. But now we can go back, because this is a kind of sort of a side mission in a way. So now we can go back to the so-called pretending to be a vampire and tell her that yo, you're safe. And as you people see, we're starting to get a bit of items and stuff, and yeah, well, that's what happened when you get to a certain level in this game. Once you have looted enough garbage cans and talked to some people, done some certain missions and stuff, then, well, things starts to change in a good way. So let's see here if we can find that chick. Let's see, she's normally walking out here, or she is inside there. So here she is.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
Tell me, Thelma, what do you really know about vampires?
I saw one and he saw me. I watched him hunt and kill. I saw his terrible wounds heal as his victim died. And then I knew I was saved.
You mean you actually saw a vampire? Here in London?
Yes. And it has been the answer to my pain. I must drink and kill to regenerate my decaying body. I am a vampire too.
You have no idea what problems your claim could cause if heard by the wrong people, Miss Howcroft. You must stop this nonsense, now.
Why fear the truth? Strange things live in the dark, Dr. Reed. Strange and ancient beings that were here before this island even had a name.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were.
Sorry about that little noise there.
No, it was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
Just had to put, it's a bit cold inside there, so I just had to put something on.
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Yeah, we saw that the last time. Maybe it's here then. No. Let's see. No.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Well, there we got some experience points for that. The only thing I don't like about this game is that you can't jump. I always like when I can jump. That's so this is to get them stuck. That one is to do some damage on them. I just need to remember the buttons. Since I play different games. So the thing is now, the first time I played this, I actually was so stupid and thought that I could kill this vampire up here, but trust me, I cannot kill that vampire. She is strong as hell. It's not a vampire even, it's a skull. And here we have to face some guard of Priven. That's garlic, so we don't want to... So, it's important to eat your meal. And that's why I'm using a two-hander this early in the game, because it just do more damage, so it's basically easier to kill them. It's much easier. Ah, come on! It's 10 times easier to kill them, and they're starting to drop stuff, and well, you need that. And up here we have a new base. Whenever there is rats around, then there is a base. And then whenever there is rats around, you get free blood, which is a good thing. So we got a new hideout, so here I can get my XP points up. Box of pills, bullets, but I don't need that at the moment. But, oh, wait, we're gonna open... it's so sensitive. To see if there's anything else we can get inside here first to... I only rest when I have enough XP, so... not even close to that. Okay, let's see what we have here. So, recycle, and recycle that, and that, and that, and that, and that, and we recycle this one. In the beginning you pretty much recycle everything, because that's the way you get stuff. So, let's see if we can upgrade anything. I would really like to get on different stake. Still missing one common handle part. That sucks. I was hoping I could upgrade something. Let's see if I can upgrade the gun, even if it's not the best gun. No. That one is no point to upgrade, and the same with that one. Let's check out this just for the sake of it. Same there, missing one handle part, so there will be no upgrades. Maybe I can craft some. Let's see here, 3, 3, 1. See if I can make one of those. Yeah, I can. It's kind of nice to have. It would be nice to have one of those also, but well, if you can't, you can't. But this is in the end the most important one, because this is the most common sickness. And it's always wise to go down here again, because on the other side there is a lot of stuff to fight, and I'm not ready for them yet, so I should wait a little bit before I go there. Even if that would give me a good weapon, so maybe I should try to see if I can take them out. There is... died. And as you can see, since I upgraded my bites, it do quite a bit of damage. So I basically bite whenever I can. Those actually hurt a bit, so you need to be careful with those. And he's going to die. I always try to... There we got the handle part we needed, and there we got some good stuff. So this is the road to White Chamber, or what it's named, but that's not why we are here. If I'm not wrong, this is a place where you have to save a dude that is stuck, and that guy is a fucking idiot, but well, I'm a doctor, so I have to save everyone. He's a landlord, and he's not a nice landlord, to say it like that. He's a bad landlord. He's only in it for the cash. So, give me 2 seconds here. I'm just gonna take a painkiller. If you have watched some of my shows, you know that that's something I sadly have to do. The thing is, if you first go into a place like this where you have to save a citizen, if you don't save them, they will die. So you will never ever be able to save them. They will never be in the game. So, but there's a lot of people to fight there.
It's locked, all right.
So make sure that when you go here, be full of blood like I am now. That will make stuff easier. A lot easier even. It's still going to be tricky because and these ones hit hard, so to try to eliminate some of them like I just did. And get them to stand still. That's why that one is it's a good thing to pick up. What we're gonna do now is that we're actually gonna jump up and jump down and save that person. Before we let's see here, how did I get up there again?
Get away from me! Touch me with your disgust!
And as you can see, that helped, so we just saved this dude's ass. So we can talk to him.
What happened? Who are you?
It's all right, sir. You're safe now.
Oh, a fellow Englishman. Thank you, sir. For a moment I thought those bloody heathens had killed me.
What are you doing here? This place is not safe.
Yeah, it's a cesspool, but it's mine. I came to collect some overdue rent. But those who still live here have gone completely bonkers.
You're very lucky to be alive.
Yeah, filthy immigrants. Fucking savages, every one of them. And now with this bloody fever, they're just animals.
You can find safety of sorts in Whitechapel. If you're quick and cautious, you'll be able to avoid the savages.
So now what we basically do is to loot everything. The best thing
I need someone who can read this.
the best thing we can do is to actually get to this place early, because there's so much stuff. There's so much things to open and to loot, and that text that I just picked up gives me the possibility to talk to a person that would not open the door if I don't have this text with me. Okay, I think I have everything from this place, and the other dude is there. So let's go to the rest of the building, because there is more stuff here, and let's get some blood. And yeah, Jonathan, I know that you don't like to eat rats, but Well, it's better than nothing, I guess. Okay, let's go up again, because there should be more stuff here to get. Or did I actually loot everything? I don't think I have, but I'm just double checking, because I'm not going to go here anymore, so in case I forgot something, it's worth it to go a second time. Okay, this is not the place I was supposed to go. I was supposed to go further up, because I jumped down in that apartment, as you probably saw. There's nothing there. I killed everything. As you can see, these guys doesn't exactly live in good circumstances. Yeah, it was a good thing I came back. It wasn't that much I got, but everything counts. Especially now in the beginning. Then everything count, every shilling. And we can jump down here. And we can get out of here. Because mission accomplished. Ta-da! So, let's get outside again. There's a possibility that they have spawned again, those workers, or those guard of Praven. Crazy suckers go out and hunt vampires with garlic and guns that can shoot burning sticks. The only thing annoying about this game is the music. It's so... I don't know, it might be that it kind of suits the game in a way, because it's dark, but it's kind of horrible as well. After a while you go nuts listening to this music. Okay, so give me 2 seconds here. I just need to do like this, because what happened now is that since I killed those hunters, there is the place has been overtaken by skulls, because that's what happened. If you remove the guards, then there will be skulls, and for me both of them is bad. Whew, thirsty. And there are some of these skulls that are really annoying, so I need to be able to fight them. This isn't where I actually thought I was. I thought I was at the place where I... Is that in the next one? Then? Well, just one thing to do. Let's check it out. That really sucked. Fucking crap. and they were too strong. Basically, what I just did is that I'm fighting in a high-level place, and if you do like I did there, I forgot to refresh my life, and I did not manage to hit the same guy. Then because you have to take some of them out, you have to go all in on one of them. That just to remove one of them helps. I even tried to make a potion, take a potion, but as you could see, they just removed all my health really fast. So yeah, well, it sucks, but well, you don't lose anything when you die. And you start close to where you were. So I'm in the same place, and we have level 12. I need to bite him, come on! Why the fuck didn't you bite him, you stupid idiot? And of course I died thanks to that. Why the fuck didn't he bite? I was just next to him. I was stupid. Well, that's the first time I've had a bug like that in this game. Never happened before. That was a pure bug, basically. Because that's not supposed to happen. If you're that close to someone and you have the chance to bite them, then you're supposed to do that. But for some reason he didn't do that, so I don't know. That was a bit annoying. And of course when you die you lose all your blood, so you can't do anything. Literally, yeah. Something like that. So, first of all I need to switch weapon.
This is no place for you, sir. Hey, I'm talking to you. Trust the leech, boys.
There. And it helps, like I said, to have a two-hand weapon, and that showed you why. This isn't going well. Well, bite him. Refill. And we're gonna go after that one because he's the one that actually hurt the most. And when you bite them, you are pretty safe for taking damage. So, there, one punch on him, and then he's down. And one bite at him, and he's gonna die. So, time to go and see what we got, if we got some stash. Nothing from him. Got something from him. should have some items now. Yeah, 5 boxes like this. It's nice because it gives a lot of stuff to craft from. That's good. Now we can upgrade this one. So that's what I'm gonna do. It's gonna do a lot more damage, and soon enough I will be able to upgrade it to this one, and later on that one, and it's gonna do a ton of damage. Okay, so we have to increase the damage or add more stun points. I'm gonna choose this one because the stun one is really important. Though I should probably take that one. No, but I'll take 2 of each. So now I have 21 stun. That's pretty good. It has quite fast attack speed, to be honest. Kind of strange that it goes faster to attack with a two-hander than a one-hander. Don't really understand that, but well, it's just how the game is. Let's see here if we can now make that one. I don't normally carry many of those around because they are so expensive, and since you don't meet that many that has the bit more serious injuries, there. Now we have pretty much what we need. I'm gonna make those because they are nice. And these ones are also nice to have with you. Okay, I'm gonna add that to my yeah. So up is that one and down is blood. But I don't need that now because I have it, but it's very handy to have in case you are going to need it. And let's fill up on some more blood. I do hear a rat, so come on. For some reason you can't always pick them up, it depends where they are.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Okay, so let's have another go. Last time it went to hell. Back there. Okay, I have sort of control here now because I have so much stun on my weapons that they can't really resist me. As long as I get in some nice hits with my weapon, they are going to go down. And now I am where I wanted to be. But before we go inside and deal with the insiders, we are going to loot everything we can outside. I'm now gonna get a new stake, which there is a point to upgrade. Like I said I think it was in the first video. You only upgrade stuff that there's a point to upgrade. If it can't go past green, then there's no point upgrading it. And as you can see, we get several good items here, and we got a purple box of pills. That's the best one. It has a lot of materials in it when you destroy it. And we have to fight some people inside here now. And we generate the blood we lost, and he's dead. And we got a used Priven stake. And there's a report about Pembroke and stuff there, about people being vampires and that someone is protecting them and that they want to attack the place. That Dr. Edgar Swansea is harboring vampires. That's basically just a note about what they used to do and stuff like that. So okay. I'm not gonna read all of it. I'll read some of it, what I feel is important, and just triple checking. I don't want to leave this place without being absolutely sure of having everything, because this is also one of the places I'm never coming back to. Okay, I have all I want from this place now. There's nothing more for me here. Shouldn't be. Just gonna check the doors just for the fun of it. I think I saw something flashing. Okay, we are done here. So, going back here and up to that place. Going inside to destroy the stuff that we got. 2 purple ones. As you can see, you get a lot of good stuff. And in the end, you kind of never get enough. Okay, let's see if we have any materials to upgrade this one. And we do have so, and let's put some extra stun points on it. Let's see if we can upgrade this one. No, not far from it. But now it will be easier for me to know what item to put inside here. Okay, so I'll press this one and I'll select this one. The good thing is that in the middle of a fight you can go inside here and you can switch to a pistol if you want to. So now we have a two-hander, which is kind of good. And if I want to use a one-hander combo instead, it's starting to become usable in a way, because it wasn't earlier. Let's see if we can craft this one. Oh, I'm very far from it. I still need to get more recipes. I will get that soon. Okay, and since I died, this should have respawned. Yummy, yummy! The good thing is that you just need to get in a series of strike, and it will die. So, in the end, you benefit quite much from upgrading one weapon like I just did, that two-hand weapon. It helps you quite a bit, because you will be able to kill things under the bridge here. You have one of these shitty enemies that I fought earlier, that one looking like a lion. Yeah, I knew it. And that guy behind me here is quite annoying, so I'm gonna... There, that guy is like a better enemy. Well, one more, and he's down. So Roger is no more with us. And we got an epic. I call them epic. I can't help it. Whenever I see something which is purple, all those years of World of Warcraft, just it becomes epic in my eyes. So we have all we need from this place. Going up here.
It's locked.
It's locked, all right. It's locked. It sounds so serious that it's almost scary.
It's locked, all right.
Okay. This one is not locked, so here we are. In the Whitechapel area.
Whitechapel. This neighborhood is linked somehow to the kind Lady Ashbury's blackmail. First, let's find this Petrescu fellow.
This place is a really depressive area. There's so many people that are sick, and everything is depressing about this place. But there's some good items to get also. As you can see, As you can hear, see, they're definitely not pals.
It's locked.
So, this is the first guy.
All right.
The bastard hit the wall next to me. I don't even know if he meant to miss.
If you've been hurt, I can help you. I'm a doctor.
Name's Albert. Remember it. Now bugger off.
So, we can press for details, and he got fatigue. So,
Do you
I
need
can
assistance?
now do
Please.
it like this.
Being tired these days.
There you go. Let's hope nobody steals it from you.
Very funny.
So, that will help this area raise itself.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? If you know anything about her, I'd appreciate it.
Never heard of her. She's pretty, I'll keep an eye out.
What happened? Did you really steal that man's medication?
Hey, I didn't do anything, it ain't me.
All right. Perhaps the poor drunk just confused you with someone else.
Sod off, mister. You ain't got no clue what's going on here. Bastard was a soldier in the war, so now he's got the right to shoot me.
It's true. I'm not familiar with this part of town. Perhaps you could help me.
I said sod off. Go find yourself another guide.
So, he's not especially nice, as you can see.
Do you need assistance?
I'm alright, but if you fancy giving me the medication, I can put it to good use.
Goodbye, young man.
So, we, thanks to talking to him, we got some information that we can use for the guy he was fighting. There he is. Let's talk to him.
What? Shooting a boy in the middle of the street. Not the best thing to do, wouldn't you say?
What? You saw what happened? Who are you?
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you promise me to set your gun aside.
No. Look, I'm not a violent man. I'm Benjamin Palmer, doctor. And no one can help me. Not even you.
So let's check. This guy got migraine, and that's pretty shitty. And I don't have any migraine medicines, so I can't help him. But I can
Do you know Nurse
ask
Dorothy
him
Crane
some
from
questions.
the Pembroke Hospital? Have you heard anything?
It's funny, I've been searching for her too. I need some pills. But the woman is a phantom, if you ask me.
Really? And why is that?
Word is she ain't real. She's a cover for some doctor who runs an illegal dispensary for migrants.
What can you tell me about this place?
Nothing to say, really. This is where I used to live, and this is where I live now.
You don't have anywhere to go. No family that would welcome you.
Not since the death of my wife, Albert's mother. She was sick, you see. Long before the flu and all this shit.
You mean you used to have a better life?
Yeah, I had a wife, a home, and a job. I even used to have a name. Now I'm just Ben. Ben the Tramp.
Ben the Trash. So tramp is probably the
Perhaps
kind of word.
you could focus for a moment and tell me your troubles.
I'm sick, broke, and my son just stole my pills. Everything's coming up roses.
So, that was his son. I would say that. I would say that they have
Whatever the
some
boy did, I'm
issues.
sure he didn't deserve a public execution.
I swear I didn't want to hit him. It's just that I'm sick in the head, you see, and the boy just faked me last nerve.
What is it, Benjamin? It was the war, wasn't it? Your nerves are shot, aren't they? I need some answers, Private. From one soldier to another.
The doctors called me a liar, a coward. Put me in a straitjacket, locked me up. Finally, they sent me back to the front lines with a handful of tablets.
Yes. Sounds like shell shock. I've seen a few cases like yours. This is nothing you should be ashamed of, Benjamin. And it's perfectly natural in your situation.
Not ashamed. I just need my pills. Peace and quiet, that's all.
So, we got a new hint. But I can't see it.
Whatever the
Maybe
boy
it's
did,
behind
I'm
that
sure
one.
he didn't
Sometimes
deserve a public
there's like a
execution.
first message and a secondary message.
I'm sick in the head, you see, and the boy just frayed me last nerve.
What is it, Benjamin? It was the war, wasn't it? Your nerves are shot, aren't they? I need some answers, Private. From one soldier to another.
The doctors called me a liar, a coward. Put me in a straitjacket, locked me up. Finally, they sent me back to the front lines with a handful of tablets.
Yes. Sounds like shell shock. I've seen a few cases like yours. This is nothing you should be ashamed of, Benjamin. And it's perfectly natural in your situation.
Not ashamed. I just need my pills. Peace and quiet, that's all.
You don't get why it said that a new hint was available when there clearly isn't any. That's a bit annoying.
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now.
Yep, that's not a good mix. It's not good at all.
I'll not die in some piss-stinking alley reeking worse than a week old.
So, there's not much here for me at the moment, well, it's worth going down because I can fill up my blood.
I have this thirst for blood.
Yeah, Jonathan, we all know that. This is despicable. It's the only two lines he have. This is despicable, and I have this urge for blood, and I have an urge for looking for stuff like this. So later on, there will be a door here that I can go through. It's locked now. Just at the moment I can't
I
go
cannot
there.
enter.
And we got a ring.
I have this thirst for blood.
And like always, when I meet someone that sells
evening,
something,
miss.
then I
Good
buy
evening, sir.
everything.
Are you interested in a miraculous cure for this unknown and deadly epidemic?
Actually, I am.
Then you have come to the right place. The famous Swanborough cordial is all you need to help keep you in perfect health.
Oh, really? Why didn't I hear about it during my studies? I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Ah, my brother has spoken of your research, sir. I'm Loretta Swanborough, and it's always a pleasure to meet a fellow healer.
The only problem is that she doesn't sell anything that will cure you.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like to talk about competition.
Competition, you say?
Never met her, but it seems she provides some sort of medical care to the poor. The whole thing has to be some sort of scam, if you ask me.
Yeah. Because Nurse Dorothy don't take any money for things.
Who intrigues you most in Whitechapel?
The region itself is something to see, but I would say Camellia the mute florist who gives away her flowers.
What do you think of the locals?
Most of them are afraid or desperate. They all come to me eventually for my remedy.
Is there anyone I should avoid?
Cadogan Bates, without a doubt. The bloody bastard remorselessly exploits poor migrants as soon as they get here.
That was the guy I saved, by the way.
I'd like to see what kind of medicine you're selling.
So, this is what she's selling. But that's not what I'm interested in. I'm interested in weapon parts. She doesn't have any, so I'll buy one of those just for fun. Let's see if there's anything I can sell to her. This is my items. And when I get a lot of it, I can start selling some of it. So I can sell some of these. I can sell another 8. And I can sell some of those. Because you get new one all the time. So I can easily sell like 16. And I do not want to sell any of that yet. It's a bit too early. Let's see. I can sell some of these. So I never sell anything that can be recycled, but stuff like, oh, I have another ring. Oh no, I can buy it. So she sells it again for 92.
When science fails you, this elixir will give you faith again.
I forgot one thing, and that is to check if she needed any medicine. Let's check her out.
Good evening, my dear colleague.
Let's see. No, she's
Goodbye,
healthy.
Miss Swanwick. Perhaps we'll talk again.
The Swanborough cordial can be the answer to all your
What? What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical report says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. Maybe I could start by observing what he's up to.
And guess who's there? The butcher! Ba-da-da-da!
A strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be from Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nithercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me just downwind.
So, I'll need to go and talk to
I
those
must
now.
talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius.
Later
Nearby
on,
the church they just mentioned.
I will manage to get inside, and when I do, I will have to help her. And if I don't do that the right way, then things are gonna go shit. Or sideways, or whatever you wanna call it. Okay, I took the wrong turn there now. Okay. Okay, so he... Oh, you wanna fight? I can fight. And... Kumbaya. I got bigger teeth than you got, mister. Okay, so I should check this place out, this body, because I knew that would be some good stuff on him. So, tomorrow is Manchester United versus Leicester. It's going to be exciting. I have a bad feeling about tomorrow's game, by the way. I really hope that they can win, so let's do like this. And we took most of his life. And he's down. Come on, eat back and eat a bit. And Boom! He's gone. And as you people can see now, I'm starting to get more and more materials and shit, because I'm killing more and more of those animals. Okay, so there's some stuff here that I need to find. But I don't like that one down there. He hits really hard. And I'm not kidding. He hits like really hard. This is a good weapon. This is a very good weapon. So there is something I need to go and find here if I don't remember totally wrong. I just don't remember how to get it. There's another one down there which is level 12, I'm level 9. And we will come someone here now. The guards of Priven will fight against that beast. Up here, that's the place I needed to go.
Not exactly a treasure chest. A battered box, some knickknacks, and a letter.
So, let's see what that was. Bloody diary. That was the first one. I think it's from this one. So, Barrett, there is no easy way to say it, so I'm going to be blunt. We can't keep on like this, at least I can't keep on like this. If Joe ever finds out about us, about his wife and his best friend, it will crush him, and then he will kill you. We had some good time together, but let's face it, I'm never going to be your Jane Lewis. You know it, and I know it too, so I'm ending this right here and right now. If you agree with my decision, I'm sure we'll find a way to be happy again. You, Joe, and me in time, and then the most important part of our story will have been preserved. Until that day, I wish you'd forgive me. Goodbye for now, Jane Peterson. So, we have a love triangle, it seems. We have some keys and shit. Let's see. Let's see here. Milk hooks. Medical file.
A love letter from Joe Peterson's wife, addressed to Barrett Lewis. Who should I give it to, I wonder?
So, now I get an option here. I can choose to give it to the angry guy, or I can give it to the other guy. But first, I need to fight this beast here. He's resistant to me hitting him, so the best thing is to do like this. And since he's kind of stupid, and I have plenty of blood, I can just do like this. And he's gone. And it gave me the possibility. You see, it's important to kill these skulls and other kind of beasts, because you get the stuff you need to craft elixirs. That's the only way. Okay. I've gotten everything I want from this place. Nothing more here. So it's time to go back to where I came from and find the right entrance. Because this was not it, sadly. A little bit lost here at the moment, to be honest. Think I came from this area. Yeah, I did. That's Darius' door. And it should be here. Okay, so this guy is selling stuff.
Welcome, sir. Please, take a browse of my wares.
I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Doctor? Interesting. I'm Barrett Lewis. Usually I don't have time to waste with talk, but at this hour of the night I can hardly refuse.
Well, we start off with this house business.
How's business around here?
Business? I have no business. Between this racket, theft, and customers getting scared, I'm losing money every day.
I see. Sounds like you blame someone in particular for your situation.
It's no secret Joe Peterson spends his time harassing merchants. But with me, he's trying to put me out of business once and for all.
So we got a new hint with Joe Peterson.
As a merchant, you see Whitechapel every day. Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary recently?
Well, you mean besides the epidemic, the war, and all the usual crap? As long as I can remember, this part of town has been a bottomless pit, and no sign of the bottom yet.
Violence is increasing in the borough.
Yeah. A few nights ago, some blokes jumped me. Came out of one of the condemned workshops. Fever, madness, something like that.
Where did this happen? Why did you go there?
In the closed workshops nearby. I worked there as an apprentice in better days. Now I only go to find trinkets or tools. Too bad I was mugged, though. There was good money in that little box of loot I lost.
Have you been hurt?
No, but that's only because I ran like hell. Those men were raving lunatics, I tell you. Not even able to speak anymore, just screaming.
Okay, so that's that, and let's give it to him
I found
because
this box
I don't
in
want
an
him to be
abandoned
beaten
building
to
nearby.
death.
I believe it belongs to you.
Let's have a look. Yeah, this is mine. So, you faced those loons that roam around there. Extraordinary.
I suppose I was lucky.
Luck is a commodity round here. Yours should be properly rewarded.
About this package, it's not just tools and trinkets, is it?
Don't want to be rude or anything after your kind gesture, but it's none of your business.
So, 50 shillings and a box.
Have
Could
you
be
heard of a
rich.
nurse called Dorothy Crane?
Nurse Crane? So the bitch really is a nurse, then? You always thought she was just some crafty foreigner, that one.
2 seconds here. Så var det. Så man så kör eller måste det ligga där. Så du kan välja filmen då. Tog du upp där? Jag kan inte slå fullt än, men jag ska pröva hålla stämmen lite nere. So, well, let's see here. I have the choice to say that she's an excellent nurse, or blame the migrants, or she's just trying to help. I think I'll go with this
Yes,
one.
she's a nurse, and quite a good one. What did she do to gain such notoriety?
Dorothy Crane ain't even a real name. Something like Dorothea Craniu. Something like that. Came to England fleeing the war, I was told.
That doesn't explain why she irritates you so much.
Your precious nurse Crane gives away medical supplies and prescriptions for free. I offered to sell it for a fair cut, but no. Miss Crane wanted to play the quiet saint.
So Dorothy Crane is actually just a nice person. I don't think you have too many of those in that area, to be honest. Well, let's go over to the personal questions. You had an affair with Joe's wife.
You had an affair with Joe's wife, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. She's the only woman I loved. My first regret is that she stayed with Joe after Harry was born. The second is I never shed a tear when she died.
Did you ever try talking to Joe?
Never. But I suspected he knew everything, even without knowing it. And he decided to make me pay in his own way.
Do you mean you're Harry's father?
No one will ever know for sure. And it's better that way.
Oh well,
I don't believe
when you
I've been
look
all
at the
that bad
kid,
as a
it's
cat.
kinda easy to see who's the father. Okay, let's see. He's healthy. 2 of 3 questions is answered, so it's just one left and I can eat him up if I want to and get tons of XP. Imagine how much easier life would be then in this game, but I'm not gonna eat him up. Let's see here. Yeah, so let's see.
Right then. Show me what you have.
What he has to trade. So, what we're looking for now is parts for weapons and bullets. That's the things I like to buy. So, common handle part, we know what that one do, and tiny handle part is also nice. And we need this one at the moment, and we also want to buy the tiny good handle parts, which cost a lot of cash, and at the moment I'm pretty broke. But let's see if we have anything we can sell, which we don't need. At least I want to buy the green parts for now. It's the most important ones. How many do we have? Yeah, it's one left, 35. 35, okay, so let's just sell some screws, because that's one of the easiest things to find. So let's sell some of those. That's 10, that's 29 shillings. And let's see. Let us see. I have quite many of this one, ferocious tart rate, and it gives me 3 for selling 1. So I had 29, wasn't it? So I only need to sell 2, and I have enough. Ta-da! I can buy it, but I'm totally broke. But that's fine. Well, later on, we're gonna start buying these ones, because that's what you need when you are going to start to upgrade to epic weapons. Okay. So, that's Joe, the thug.
Excuse me, sir. I have a few questions for you.
Another journalist? I didn't answer
Feels
the first
like
one.
they have to
Piss
try
off.
to...
I'm not a journalist, I'm a doctor.
They
A
look
doctor,
like
you
that.
say?
Dixie
It's quite a rare breed in
up.
this part of town.
Really? But still, here I am. Dr. Jonathan Reed, at your service.
I'm Joe Peterson to some, but Colossus Joe to most.
Let's see
And I
if
don't
he
remember asking
need
for
any
your service,
medication. No, he's healthy. At the moment, at least. So, give it a second, sir. du törst? Hoppa törstar. Och ensvärg. Tappa misstäret i pannan. En sån musik börjar bli. I'm so thirsty that I'm starting to feel like a balloon.
Have you heard of a nurse named Dorothy Crane? She's a colleague of mine and is supposed to live around here.
Dorothy Crane? Yeah, I know her. One of the few good souls who dare to help the sick around here.
Could you please tell me more about her?
She's a nice girl. Tries to help the migrants. I offered to give her a hand, but she said my reputation would attract too much attention.
Yep. That's what happens when
According to
you're
you,
not a nice guy.
physicians are scarce in this part of town. Why is that?
Not familiar with this neighborhood, are you? I guess your fancy colleagues are too afraid of being stabbed in the back.
This part of town does have quite a reputation. Would you say it's justified?
Totally. Look at me, for instance. I always look my opponent in the eye before knocking him out.
May I ask what you do around here?
I do whatever I want, and sometimes even more. Now sod off.
Yeah, well, they really like to say sod off
How
in
did you
this area.
become the local bully everyone is afraid of, Joe?
There's no pride in roughing up poor bastards. But this is the only job I've found. And it pays well, too.
A job? So you're racketeering for someone else?
I got enlisted by the Wet Boot Boys, a gang from the docks. I'm their muscle for their dirty work.
Most people don't become thugs when unemployed. This is a choice you made.
I don't care what you think, sir. I do what I have to do for my own reasons, and that's that.
I'm not sure Mr. Lewis would agree with your by all means necessary philosophy, sir.
Oh, do you really think he's the poor victim here? Barrett can be as sneaky as anyone. Long ago, I even called the bastard my best friend.
And we have a new hint at both of them. Let's see. So it's a personal question then. Okay, so why is it hidden if it said that I had a new one? Guess I have to
Goodbye,
get
Mr.
something else out of him first. But let's see if we can get finished with this guy. So I
Fancy
have
buying something, sir?
You never lose
kind
your
of
focus.
fully leveled up. Nothing there. And there.
Joe Peterson. He's the villain here, isn't he? But you seem to know each other.
I've known Joe for years. I saw him box once or twice. He was a friend then. And these days, he's just another thug.
What can you tell me about Mr. Peterson? Besides his behavior toward you, obviously.
Colossus Joe was a decent boxer, good one even. But after his wife passed away, he found every excuse to stop training. Just wanted to pick fights with everyone.
Oh, so it's basically he's mourning the death of
Taking out your
his
anger on others is nothing
wife.
but cowardice. And Colossi are quite famous for tumbling down.
We've all had some rough times, ain't we? But most of us don't use our fists to see us through.
Nope.
And no one has ever stood up.
A lot
to
of
the
people do
Nobody
that
would be fool
when
enough
they
to
have
stand
problems
against the
or
wet
if
boot
they
boy.
are angry or any shit like that. They take it out on other people. So let's see now if we see it's fully leveled up, so he could give me 4000 XP if I choose to eat him, but well, I'm not gonna do that. I never eat anyone that sells stuff.
Do you need help, sir?
I only need you to purchase something from my shop, sir.
Yeah, that's not gonna
Goodbye for
happen.
now,
is it?
Mr. Lewis.
Okay, so let's see if we have any more hints. Or let's actually look for that. Can talk to this guy.
Excuse me,
He's
sir. Are you familiar
newspaper
with this
dude.
part of town? Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
Okay, so this is a critical answer. Yep, yeah, those ones. It's important that you take the right answer, or you're gonna lock them in a way.
What is a journalist doing in this borough after sunset?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go, to inform the country.
So you risk your life to reveal the truth. I saw many reporters do the same during the war.
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many untold stories and tragedies. I want people to know them.
That's quite honorable of you. But is the public interested?
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an independent journalist, hoping to sell some stories.
Well,
Why
let's
are
see
the
what it
newspapers
says about
keeping
this.
silent about the Spanish influenza? It's as though none of you care.
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be demoralized by news of deadly diseases.
So, because of
served
the
in
war,
France.
they don't
Our
write
top
about
priority
what's
must
happening
be
at
to
all.
put an end to this butchery. This war must stop now.
Sir, streets are a battlefield too. An invisible and untold war is going on, and it must be stopped.
Yep.
Have you any idea of the danger you face in these streets at night?
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is really responsible for this, Doctor?
That science is unable to explain the facts doesn't mean there is no rational explanation.
I confess, I share your point of view, Doctor.
Yeah, okay. So, I need hints for this one, and we have okay, let's
I
make
heard
this
you're
one.
investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
I'm a doctor, Mr. Darby. I care about everything involving public health and this epidemic.
Are you sure you're not just concerned about the repercussions that a scandal involving a certain Nurse Crane from the Pembroke Hospital would bring?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious. Never goes out. Doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
He has no relatives at all?
No. Except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nethercott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nethercott?
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses. These days, you can usually find him behind the church.
Well, it's a lot of strange people here for sure.
He never goes out?
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
Okay, so that's a bit strange. Let's see how this guy, he has fatigue as well.
Do you need
so
assistance?
That would be nice of you,
let's
Doctor.
heal him up.
Who knows what I may have caught during my investigation.
So let's give him some
If you
medication.
persist in investigating the most pox-ridden boroughs of London, you must accept the risks.
Thank you, sir.
So now he's gonna be better. See here now, he's recovering.
Goodbye,
So,
Mr. Darby.
That's
Farewell.
one less sick person. So we have 2 persons we need to talk to, and then we have Mr. Jesus in the area himself. This guy is kind
Forgive
of
my
disturbed,
interruption.
to be
Do
honest.
not apologize, my son. Father Tobias Whitaker is always happy to teach mortals about the incoming Armageddon.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, and I just have a few questions.
A scientist? You are much more lost than I thought, my son.
Yep, as always, Christian people thinks that Jesus is the help for everything. Yeah, that's just sad, you know.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like the liberal ideas of nurses, but I especially abhor that Nurse Crane you mentioned.
So, you're not exactly a fan of Florence Nightingale's work. But nurses are essential for modern healthcare.
Nuns should be the only women allowed to take care of male patients. It's obvious only they have the necessary moral fiber.
Yeah, that's kind of the reply you expect from a priest.
Why do you hate Nurse Crane more than other nurses?
Before coming to London, she was a member of the communist resistance in our country. That's what happens when you let a woman get involved in politics.
So, he don't like nurses, and he don't like this exact nurse, because she's strong and self-sufficient.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences, and most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
I am. But the answers I seek are based on facts, not superstition. What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences, and most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
Well, I suppose I can spare a few minutes listening to your so-called truth.
As a doctor, you must be aware of the decimating epidemic. But let me tell you that this so-called Spanish flu is just the beginning of the end.
What do you mean?
The beast is finally revealing itself, corrupting the flesh and the heart of men. With my own eyes I have seen them, those minions from the abyss.
Okay, so let's see what he's going to do about it.
We must fight the disease before this legion outnumbers us. But not with scalpels and microscopes. No.
What is left then?
Cleansing fire.
Okay, so let's burn everything. That's smart.
Tell me, Tobias, what exactly is your plan concerning the cleansing of this city?
God will recognize his own. More than once this city has risen from the ashes, hardened and purified by the flames.
Fire is just the instinctive answer of a caveman facing something he does not understand. This is the 20th century.
Your lack of faith is predictable. But my task is to convince rational minds like yours to see the light. This is God's will.
You're mad. And dangerous. You're nothing but a soulless butcher. A small-time Torquemada. The Savonarola of Whitechapel.
My son, if you think salvation is a free gift, go listen to the lies of that pompous fool, Joseph.
Joseph, a fool?
Vicar Larrabee of St. Mary's Church. While he continues preaching his fraudulent redemption, more and more people die in the streets.
Okay, so we got a new hint.
What do you mean when you say that I am more
See
lost
where
than you
we
thought?
can
All
find it.
scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences. And most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
Let's see.
Well, I
We
suppose I
get
can spare a few minutes
anything
listening to
else
your
here?
so-called truth.
As a doctor, you must be aware of the decimating epidemic. But let me tell you that this so-called Spanish flu is just the beginning of the end.
What do you mean?
The beast is finally revealing itself, corrupting the flesh and the heart of men. With my own eyes I have seen them, those minions from the abyss.
I have heard enough. Goodbye.
Okay. So
Good evening,
I don't
Mr.
remember if
It's
I
Father Whitaker, my son.
checked it.
So, are you still lost in your rational delusions?
Yeah, he's very, very healthy. So
Have you any friends? Any family left in these terrible times?
No. But I have a disciple I see as my son. He is so devoted. I sent him to preach the good word in the heart of this corrupted city.
yeah, this guy was so nice that he sent his disciple to the churchyard. And well, you don't want to be there.
You sent him on some preaching crusade during the epidemic.
As a true believer, Samuel will fear no evil while he walks through the valley of the shadow of death.
Where did you send him?
I sent Samuel to the Stonebridge Cemetery, where the pestilence and evil grows night after night.
Yeah, sounds like a good place to send your number 2, basically. So there's no hints to get from him. 2 out of 4. Nothing
I have
there
had
either,
enough for
so
tonight.
no
Goodbye.
point to talk to him.
Would you like me to... The walls of your home will not protect you, for there is no protection against malevolence and trickery.
Don't be shy, handsome. What can Christina do for you?
I'm not looking for what you're selling. But I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may. I'm a doctor. Dr. Reed.
All right then, but be quick. Though I usually get paid when I open my mouth.
Yep. Well, you won't get paid by Jonathan.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Anything you can tell me about her would be helpful.
I don't know her, but I know her name is Dorothea Crasionescu. She came from Romania like me and many others.
You seem to respect her.
Dorothea helps the sick people of Whitechapel. Everyone should respect that.
And
Do you need any
she's
assistance,
medicine.
Miss Popper?
It depends on the price of your medicine.
I am shocked that you would think I am that sort of man.
Forgive my suspicion. I'm so used to liars with good manners. Thank you, sir.
And she's recovering.
Christina, have you been examined? The epidemic is spreading fast in London, and you could be exposed, or expose others.
I don't like doctors or hospitals, but I don't like you asking questions.
Let's go with this one.
Considering your
Better to
line
go
of
with
work,
this one
I
because
assure
it's
you it
so-
is only a matter of time before you have
care
health
for her.
issues.
If it is going to happen, it will happen. Right now, I need money. That's what's important.
You can put your own life in danger, that's your decision. But what about your clients? If you're contaminated, you will put them in danger too.
And you think that would worry me? If you knew the men I deal with, their health would not be what you'd worry about.
So I have 0 of 4 with her. So let's see if we can get one here.
Clayton Darby claims he will expose the crisis in Whitechapel to all of London. Do you believe him?
I believe Clayton's courage will erode with time, until he finally leaves Whitechapel to start another fight somewhere else.
Still.
Why this skepticism?
How can you speak about starvation if you've never been hungry? Or about poverty? Or anything else you have never suffered from?
Well, she's the judge.
Are you talking from experience?
I've seen your type come here to get a good fuck in a cheap room or a dark alley before going back to their fancy houses in the West End.
Okay. That was... Let's see if I got something up now. No, still not.
Goodbye, miss.
No,
Take care of
that was
yourself
the wrong
as
button.
best you can. Good evening, Christina.
Change your mind, Mr. Reed?
Tell me about yourself.
Are you joking with me? People don't usually come to see me for conversation.
I have no interest in your work. I am, however, curious as to what led you into this career.
Short story. The war, exile, and England. This country is not especially welcoming. I've been refused many jobs because of where I am from. I had few options left.
Well, that's not a nice thing, and we got jackpots. We hit.
I always thought I was the master of my own fate. But now I know we don't always have control over our lives. I don't judge you.
You know, this money is not only for me. I have good reasons to need this money quickly. But it is not your concern, Doctor.
Well, hint, hint, hint. So... And there's nothing more to get
Goodbye,
there.
miss.
So...
Take care of yourself as best you can.
So I still need to find Richard, and I need to find the mailbox and the letter. So... where is this mailbox? Let's see if we can find anything around here. That's locked. Let's see.
The walls of your home will not protect you.
Nah, and your mumbo jumbo about the Bible won't protect you either. So, no mailbox here. Let's see if we can find that mailbox somewhere else. And let's check this flower out. If you are sick, if you have no money, wherever you are, wherever you're from, come see Dorothea to get help. No tricks, no charges, no questions asked. Just find Darius Petrescu's house and present this coupon. And this is the one putting them there.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you a few questions. I know what you're thinking. A tall stranger who meets a girl in the street at night. It reeks of the penny dreadfuls. But I mean you no harm, truly.
Again. She has much on her heart.
Melia, I know you work for Dorothy Crane. Please tell me about her secret dispensary. A stubborn and mute comrade.
Miguel?
Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu.
Fyll på den bekoltvann för mig. Eller la den ränna dit. Spelar in så. Tack. Okay. I know you understand me.
Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it?
Well, we don't get much out of this girl, that's for sure.
Very well.
Let's see.
Goodbye then.
And I pressed the wrong button again.
Hello again, miss.
And as always, she has so much so. She actually don't have one for your life in London and personal questions. She only have this.
Very well. Goodbye then.
Okay, so there we found the letter. My dearest, most beloved children, I am so sorry you have not heard from me for a few months. The situation in London has been difficult, I know it may sound selfish and silly when you, my children, are still living in a country consumed by a war. But there is also a war going on here in England, a war against poverty and against injustice. This is a war I intend to fight despite my advanced years. This is why I'm writing to you today. I won't be coming back to Romania. That probably means I won't see you again before I die. Don't be sad, my darlings. You are grown up now and you have children of your own. You know the sacrifice we sometimes must accept to make the world a better place. This is one I must make now, to feel useful one more time. I wish you a long and happy life. Kiss my grandchildren for me, and remember that your father loves you all the way from this cold, damp country. I am, as ever, your loving father, Darius Petrescu. So he threw that away.
The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter.
Well, that's not a nice way to think. Let's see what more we find there. Just a non-talking girl. And we got some more springs. This one is locked, so we need to go around the entire place. Let's do some running. Loading.
You are blinded by your false faith.
So here we can enter. Uh-oh, we know that sound. That's the skull. Sounds like there's more than one. And let's take a little bite and continue to go after this one. And it's really important now to fill up my blood because I'm being attacked at the moment from someone. Come on, hit him. And he bites me, the sucker. Damn, it hit really hard. Can you see that? He took half my life in one hit. But in the end they are important because they drop valuable stuff. So I have to fight them and I have to look for more. And we got a bottle of alcohol and we got some more screws. Sounds like we have found Mr. Richard Mittercott.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir. Richard Mithercott, at your service.
Okay, let's start with your life in London. Let's see. And this guy is freezing, so...
Do you need medical attention, sir?
It may be wise to let you prescribe me something. I don't feel like I should.
That's no wonder you're freezing. When you're freezing, you don't feel good.
I understand your appetite for words and macabre beauty, sir. But you should be more careful.
The nutrition of my mind is more important than my physical health. But I appreciate your concern, sir.
Are you aware that your life could be in danger in this part of town?
But this is where I must be to feel the real beat of the city. I had to come, see it for myself, alone.
This guy is in love.
I understand your need for solitude, but it's not safe around here.
I don't care. I don't have many friends, Doctor, and my family despises me.
If some misfortune came upon you, who would be here to help you?
Well, you, for a start, my dear Doctor.
Well, that was a good reply.
May I ask what you're doing at this hour of night, sir? Do you live here?
Not at all. I'm just enjoying the pleasure of a quiet walk. Though night talks are always preferable, if you ask me. Especially with strangers.
But are you not afraid of the epidemic?
Oh, why should I? I see some equity in the Spanish flu. No flesh should be saved, say the scriptures. Good or evil, rich or poor, all are equal in the eyes of the flu.
Yep, that's kind of true. It's the same thing Madonna said about Corona.
If you say so. But as a physician in a time of epidemic, I must caution you to avoid unnecessary exposure, sir.
Thank you, Doctor. But we both know the seeker of truth has to go boldly where the weak dare not.
What are your thoughts on the terrible situation in this city?
Terrible, you say? No. Of course, the death of so many innocents is a tragedy. But the scourge has not been all bad for the city. Oh, no, sir.
What are you talking about?
Do you remember London before the flu? Noisy, cacophonic, quiet nowhere to be found. And now, listen to this oddly peaceful silence.
Yeah. So we can go with peaceful, silently, really quite a unique point of view, or I only see a dreadful disease. Which one should I go for? So far I haven't hit anyone. Let's take this one.
That's quite an unusual way to speak about the epidemic. And very inappropriate, I must say.
Most people fail to understand my perspective. I don't blame them. But how could I call myself a poet if I veiled my feelings?
Okay. Time.
Did you know the mute florist is a member of a secret society?
No, I didn't. But I thank you for this information, sir. For it only enriches the mystery surrounding the precious camellia.
So, that's the girl he's in love with.
Are you not curious? Is there not more you wish to know?
That girl has not an ounce of malice in her. Whatever she may be hiding, it's certain to be for the benefit of most, if not all.
I fear you are a hopeless romantic, Mr. Nethercott.
Guilty as charged, Dr. Reed.
Yep.
Tell me, Mr. Nethercott, why seek inspiration in Whitechapel?
The place is not beautiful per se, but how to explain it? Stirring and challenging.
In what way, exactly?
The struggle by gaslight, the barren smiles and the added hunger under the rain.
If you say so.
Such vibrant antagonism and vivid paradox. The stripped humanity raged across each street.
Vivid, of course, yes. And what about the poignant distress?
Oh yes, the poignant distress. You see what I mean, don't you? That's what I want to write about, and that's what Whitechapel is made of.
Do you not think
Still
it's a
haven't
little more?
managed
On the contrary,
to
sir,
get a
Whitechapel is
single
full
one.
of life, full of beauty. Just like my dear muse, the wonderful Camellia.
What can you tell me about Camellia?
Not much, and that's the beauty of it. She can't speak, you know. She's a locked mystery who exhales kindness and sweetness.
And we got one. And we got a new hint.
And have you ever tried to learn more about her? Where she lives? How she survives? Whom she may know?
Maybe I prefer she remains an enigma. Reality can be so dull, don't you think?
Yep,
Perhaps
I
you're
agree
just
with
afraid
you.
to find out the truth
Richard.
about your muse.
One day, perhaps, I'll ask her to come with me. But will she still be my wild flower of Whitechapel if she moves uptown?
Probably not. Probably not. See if we can get anything more out of him. No.
May I ask you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you, if I can.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane, a nurse who lives in this vicinity.
Dorothy Crane. Oh, I love the name. The Crane of Whitechapel. Sounds very mysterious. But, sorry, no, never heard of her.
What can you tell me about an old man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu? Yes, I know him. At first, I thought he was only a small publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his reaction was pretty clear.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills.
So he didn't want to print out the stuff that he is writing about because he only wants to print out stuff about
I'll leave
the
you
situation.
Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in.
And we have a new letter, and this one we need to read. Dear Mr. Knittercott, thank you for sending your book of poems, Song from the Defeated City, which we found as interesting and profound as we told you the first time we received it. Alas, in the terrible times our country is currently facing, you must understand that such title would be totally inappropriate for any publication, though, since you still refuse to change your title and demand the full publication or or none of your work, I'm sorry to announce you that Sycophant Publishing choose the second option. Basically, it's not gonna print it. So we have a new hint available, and we should talk to him.
Good evening, Mr. Nithercott.
And good evening to you too, my good sir. Can I be of any help?
You don't really make a living from your scribblings, do you, Richard?
No, sir, I don't. I work so hard. I put all my time, my energy, my devotion into the precise carving of words.
So, you should do something more useful. You don't seem to suffer from poverty. A rich artist is rare.
When she was younger, my mother was a painter and a poet. She told me many times how poor her artist friends were, and how she helped them.
My parents pay for my rent, my food, and my clothes. All I have to give them in return is lies they do not believe.
You seem embarrassed.
Someday I hope to proudly offer my first publication to my parents. Until that day, I'll remain the failure of a son they have to support.
So, we have Jackpot. He is basically done. So,
I'll leave you alone, sir.
The only reason for me to go back to him now is if he gets sick again. And that's how it is with most of these people here. I should be able to open the doors from the inside. But I see here, this is where I came from. So I should go further inside. First I should see if I can find some more stuff, just to be sure. So now I unlock this door. There is suppose maybe I think it's there is another graveyard. I think that is the place where I need to help a citizen. You see here, maybe I can get something out of her now.
Tell me about Richard Nithercott. I understand he is quite fond of you, Camellia.
And we got the same ... and we have, she is worth so much. 5,000 XP for just biting her. That's so much skilling up. But she will be missed. There's people that are dependent on her, so I can't really take her life. Even if I kinda want to in a way.
Very well. Goodbye then.
So, 1,295 XP now, so it's going up. Well, let's run back and see Mr. Petrescu. Let's see here if we can find the home of the kid here. I think here lives
We even used to be neighbours, for Christ's sake.
I'd prefer not to give you another beating, Barrett.
Here it is.
Hello, young man. I'm Dr. Reed, and I would like to ask you a few questions. May I enter, please?
Sorry, no, sir. My father does not like people entering our house, you see.
Your father is worried about you, boy. He asked me to look for you.
So my father actually worries about me then? Okay then. Come on in. I'm a Harry, by the way. Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
You saw what I said earlier, that it was quite clearly he was the father of his kids. And, well, it's not difficult to see, is it?
Even my dreams are soaked with gloom.
So, let's take what we can and have a little chat.
It's locked, all right.
Pal down there. Job refusal letter. Let's see. I can hear that my wife is sleeping, and so can probably you, but, well, just have to listen to it. Dear Mr. Peterson, it is my duty to inform you of our refusal to accept your application for a job at the dockyard. I must thank you for the time spent at our office explaining the difficulty of your situation with your ill boy and the loss of your beloved wife, but it is also my duty to point out the policy of our company, which expressly reproves the employment of former criminals or convicts. Your unfortunate connections with the ill-famed Wet Boot Boys have been duly noted. These are hard times, sir, and Finch and Harper intend to reward first the candidates who pass the small inquiry we like to conduct about our future employees. You have my deepest sympathy, and may God be with you and your family. Sincerely, R.D. Harper. So, that's why Joe Peterson is doing what he's doing. And we have this one, professional vampire killings. What's that? I've actually never been up here before. Let's see. Strange. Maybe it's here then. Or here. There it was. West Enders must unite. Don't let them fool you. Don't let them control you. They are among us. They lust after your soul. Vampires are real. Defend your community. So there are someone that are trying to fight vampires. I'm pretty sure that the only way for me to open that box is to kill the guy, Joe Peterson, and take the key from him. I don't think it's possible.
Suffering in this world.
Look at this other guy. It's not difficult to see who is his father.
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
This guy is so sad.
Do you need any medical
Let's give him some medication.
I feel so tired. I don't know if it's the epidemic, but everything seems so hard.
You'll feel better with this. But you need to get a grip, young man. Medication alone won't cure melancholia.
I'm not sure I'm happy with the idea of living long in a world like this. But I thank you for your concern, sir.
So we have a little young boy here who is already talking about dying.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
Yes, I know her. She came here to examine me when I was very sick. She said I should go out more.
Yeah, she's probably right.
How do you feel?
I'm fine. I mean, it's not easy every day, but I'm fine. I'm just tired of being sick all the time. If only I could be tough like... Well, you know.
Speaking of which, what can you tell me about your father?
My father is an idiot who makes idiot things. That's all I have to say.
Forgive my bluntness, young man, but you don't seem happy living in Whitechapel.
Why should I? I never wanted to come here in the first place. It was my father's decision. And look around you. Does this look like a nice place to live?
No, it definitely don't look like a nice place to live.
You have a roof over your head, a place to call home. Many people here are not as lucky, you know.
That's exactly what my father says. Harry, you should be grateful for what you've got. I wasn't even consulted when we moved here.
Well, let's see. We'll ask him.
If life here is
going
so
to just
terrible
leave
for
this
you,
place?
why don't you just leave this place? Have you ever spoken to your father about it?
I don't go outside. It terrifies me so. I went outside once without my father noticing and I saw terrible things. Bloody and frightening things.
So that's why you stay at home all day? For fear of the epidemic?
I'm not afraid of disease or death, Dr. Reed. It's the living I'm afraid of.
2 out of 3. So, here we can choose.
Do you remember when Barrett Lewis was close to your family? To your mother?
Not really. I was too young. But I remember it was a happier time. Mr. Lewis was funny. He often had dinner with us.
Why are you sad, then?
Because it hurts to remember a time when my father used to laugh and smile. It hurts to realise he's as sad as me now.
How was he towards you?
He was nice, I guess. He never forgot my birthday. He always offered me books.
That's because he's your father, Harry. Joe isn't your father.
Your father and Mr. Lewis used to be good friends. What happened, Harry?
I was young then. I don't remember Mr. Lewis ever coming back again after my mother died. Or was it after my father started bullying him? I don't know.
Well, both of those reasons are probably why he didn't come back.
Have you tried speaking to Mr. Lewis about it?
I don't go out often, but yes. And he scolded me and told me to leave him alone. I guess my father frightens him too much.
Well, both
But
of
you
them
are not
seem
responsible for your
pretty,
father's actions.
Am I not?
well, not the
Dad always
strongest
says that he joined that gang for my
personalities.
safety. So if I wasn't born, people wouldn't be worrying about Colossus Joe.
So he takes the blame for why his mother died in a way. He takes the blame why his father is what he is. That's quite sad, to be honest.
Would it ease tensions with your father if he got an honest job? Because he tried, you know.
I can't say. I'd be glad if he dropped his thuggish activities. But I'm not sure it would be enough.
Why is that?
Sometimes I suspect it's me, Dr. Reed. Or it's this life. It's like I can't find my place.
Ah, that's what happened when you're... This kid isn't just depressed, he's more... So I actually thought I would manage to get all of the questions with him, but I guess it will have to wait. So let's...
Goodbye, young man.
Let's
Take care
move
of
on.
Even my dreams are soaked with gloom.
So let's have a little chit chat with Joe again.
You again? What do you want this time?
Nothing there. Let's go for the personal one.
Why do you keep on working for the gang, Joe? You know it doesn't suit you.
It's true, I hate this job. And I know I made some bad choices, but I'm a wet boot boy now. People won't forget it.
You could leave tomorrow. Start another life in another town.
That's easy for you to say, Doctor. We are poor. My son's weak, and there's no way he'll endure another disappointment.
Harry doesn't seem happy living in Whitechapel. Why did you make him come here?
I've always put my son's interests above everything else, whatever he may think. Our house is small but affordable. The walls are thin, but the door is solid.
You really love your son, don't you, Mr. Peterson?
He's my pride and joy. Even if he hates me for the choices I make and pushes me buttons more than he should.
Since the criminal nature of your job means you could be arrested, are you not afraid of what would happen to your boy if you were?
No one will ever take my son away from me. If that ever occurred, I'd hunt the bastard down and rip off his head with my bare hands.
Do you have any regrets?
Only one. Not to have my beloved wife by my side. She died when Harry was little. My sweet Jane. She gave the boy confidence.
Yeah, it's not easy when the mom goes away. So, 3 out of 4. Well, it's good enough for now.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
So, let's take a little look here on the medical situation. So, we are in this area, we have healed all of these. Benjamin Palmer. That was the guy with the headache. I don't have that recipe yet. Darius Petrescu, I haven't been able to help him. And I haven't been able to help Cadogan Bates because I haven't been able to talk to him yet. So we have this lady left, but I need to save her first. And we have the brother of Loretta. So let's go to him. because I have some papers which will interest him. I just need to remember how to get to him again.
Your money. Come on, Barrett, you know the game. You pay for peace of mind. Can't you just look the other way this week, Joe?
I think it's this way. But first we're gonna find a new hideout. And I'll soon have to stop because I need to go and put some marinade on some beef that is going to stay in the refrigerator until tomorrow, and then I'm gonna make beef jerky. A lot of people like beef jerky, and they go out and buy it. I really advise people to try and make it themselves. It's easy, it's much cheaper, and you can choose to taste yourself what's not to like. And you don't need any special tools or anything. You don't need to have a dehydrator. You can just use the oven. So that's something I recommend everyone to try. This is a safe house, by the way. Okay, I think I took... Oh. Okay. So, this is where I came from. Let's check here. Okay, that was a lot of rings. 3 rings. Too bad they don't sell for a bit more at the moment. So, hideout is even a large box of pills. This has been, well, quite rewarding so far, to be honest. Gotten a lot of materials, and I think I can upgrade my weapons now, to be honest. I got some more money. Well, let's check it out. The first thing we're going to do is to... So, that's what I got from it. I got 1 glass vial for using all that money. Well, that sucked. Actually never bought it before, I just wanted to see. I was kinda hoping I would get something else, but no. This is good because I can sell this stuff. As you can see, bottles isn't exactly hard to find. Let's check here now. Like that axe here. 65 damage. 65 damage, and this has 75, and this one isn't even upgraded. Same attack speed, but it costs a bit more stamina. I'm wondering which weapon I should actually go for. I kinda like 2020. This weapon is actually quite nice. This one is useless. The only thing, I can upgrade it to try to sell it. I'm gonna see if I can upgrade this weapon first before I do anything else. No, I need a good handle part now. I can't get any further without it. Let's see if we can upgrade the stake. Yeah, I can. That will give it more stun. That will make me spend all my... I don't know, I think maybe I should... I think maybe it's best to stay with the weapon I've already started to fix. And of course I don't have enough to upgrade it, so then I will do like this because I have enough for that. That's 95 damage, 75, so increases damage dealt by 10%. I'll actually go with this one. Make it do more damage. So 82 damage against 75. So $10 and 20, 15 and 20. So this swings slowly, so it does more damage. But it did get the same as this one, so it's a bit I don't know. Yeah, it just looks cooler with a blade. Let's see if we can upgrade this one. No, one short. That sucks. So this one reduces stamina, takes a shitload of stamina. Yep. Okay. So it's let's see. I need to see if I can craft some more. I spent some of this now, so it would be wise to upgrade it. Can I make this one? No. That sucks. Okay, I have enough. I'm thinking maybe I should level up. It's enough to get this one boosted up, so it will do more damage. It's just 50 more, but it costs 2,000. That was really expensive. As you can see, it will do insane damage eventually. Really insane. I'm thinking if I should have a choice now that I need to take. I either need to go for... I can go for a defensive spell, or I can go for one more attacking spell. This one is kinda handy to have if you upgrade it. Let's see what it costs. 600, and it can be upgraded. Here is 2 hits absorbed, 1 hit, so 3 hits, 3 hits and more time, 3 hits and more time. Or you have this one, which make it absorb maximum 2 hits, but it will do 250 damage each time they hit you, so that's 500 damage. If the same person hits you twice, that's quite much. But I think I will go for the blood spare, because some people are, well, recovery, it has but it's really expensive, so if I go for this one now, I can't get anything else, I think. No, I can't. Hum. 400 damage when I'm biting now. That's done. Blood. Big thirst. Get more blood. This is actually quite good because it will make me able to fight for a longer time. Crap, it's that health is needed, but then again it's just 50. Cost 600, 1000. I mean, 50 life isn't much. But then again, it can't be the difference of dying. But no, I'm gonna go all in for more endurance. And 600 and 1000. So I think I'm gonna go to here. This will make me able probably to make at least one more hit. Okay, so we healed a lot of people, which made it go up to stable. That's good. It also made this guy appear. I can now heal him. This one is still at the same level. I need to go and remove that guy's headache, but I don't have the recipe for it yet. But I think maybe I know where to find it. This one is stable as well. And this one is stable. The good thing is that this one has gone up to stable. That's good. If I can find the medicine I need to cure that guy, and I can heal this one, and I can heal this one. I have the treatment for it, I think. Well, let's check. So what happens now is that since it went up to stable, it will be less enemies around. But well, I will stop there for now, and I will continue. It's Vampire Weekend, so I will continue tomorrow with episode 5. Then we will go and talk to Petrescu, and then we will go for the nurse. So yeah, if you liked the video, it would be nice if you subscribe to the channel. Please like the video, and if you can share it, it will be awesome. And it's the only way the channel can grow. So yeah, anyways, have a nice day, nice morning, nice evening, nice night, or whatever it is. I don't know what it is when you watch this. So thank you for watching, and well, I hope to see you in the next episode tomorrow. Thank you.